We all know that the NBA All-Star Game isn't known for being competitive. No defense, no intensity, and honestly, it just feels like a highlight reel. So now the NBA is trying again. This year, it's going to be Team USA versus Team World. And honestly, I think that this might be their best idea that they've had for a long time. But the question is, does this actually fix the NBA All-Star Game? So let's be real for a second. Coming close. When games are 211 to 186, that's not competitive. That just feels like an exhibition game. And it honestly looks less competitive than my local men's league on Tuesday nights. That's actually saying something. The last few years, the NBA All-Star Game has felt like a showcase, an exhibition game, instead of a real game, a real, actual, meaningful game. And I think that's the main problem that most fans have with it, because the fans notice when the competitiveness is off, and the NBA notices it too. So here's what's actually going to change. It's going to be Team USA versus Team World, like we said earlier, but there's going to be a twist. Instead of one long exhibition game that we've been having that just goes on forever, it feels like, and then the competitiveness, either if it's close, it ramps up a little bit, and if it's not close, it just is non-existent. You're going to have a mini tournament. So there's going to be 3 teams actually, and you have 2 USA teams and then the 1 world team, obviously. I'm going to pull those up for you guys. The Team USA team is split up into 2, like I said, Team USA Stars and USA Stripes. The USA Stars team, as you can see, is going to be the younger players that are selected as All-Stars. The USA Stripes team is going to be the older players that have been selected to be All-Stars, and then obviously you have the world players, which are your national players that have been selected to be All-Stars. So what we're going to have is 4 12-minute games. So each team is going to play each other once, and it's going to be a round-robin tournament. So game 1, you're going to have USA Stars versus the world team. Then game 2 is going to be the winner of game 1 versus the USA Stripes team. And then game 3 is going to be USA Stripes versus the loser of game 1. So everyone's going to play each other one time, and you guys are probably thinking, what happens if they all go 1-1? Then it just gets deferred to point differential. This tournament is only going to be 12 minutes long per game. That should ramp up the intensity to want to score and at least to have that competitive edge when they're playing against each other like their peers, and when they have the USA versus the world. Then game 4 is going to be the championship game. It'll be the best 2 teams out of the 3 that play, and it's going to be the same type of format. Structurally, this makes sense. It's probably the most straightforward NBA All-Star game that we've gotten in the last few years. There's been a couple where I'm watching and I'm like, I don't even understand the format. Like, I don't even know what's going on right now. So I think this format actually makes sense because national pride matters. You're going to have people watching the world players and rooting for the world players. And you're going to have the USA teams. You're going to have USA people watching and rooting for the USA teams. And so that's going to create that rivalry that already exists. And the shorter games, like I said, are already naturally going to increase the urgency to score, the urgency to play defense. So hopefully we get a little bit more competitive game. But here's the thing. Competitiveness isn't born from the format. And I think that's where the NBA is getting it wrong, and that's why the fans always have an issue, is because format doesn't fix the competitiveness. Stakes fix the competitiveness. And what I mean by that is there has to be something on the line for these guys. Because when you think about it, you can format the NBA All-Star Game however you want, but at the end of the day, it doesn't affect playoff standings. It doesn't affect championships, and it doesn't affect legacy. Usually that's used as like a secondary argument. Like, I've never heard anyone be like, oh, LeBron's the GOAT because he has more All-Stars than Jordan. Even the financial bonus, like I think it's like roughly $100,000. That's just another day in the office for these guys. They're not trying to go to the All-Star game to get that $100,000, because most of the guys that are in the All-Star game, that's just a drop in the bucket. Like, it's literally a penny to them. And so when they're playing for these things, it's not creating real stakes. And in today's NBA, they're thinking about June and not February. They're thinking about, oh, can I get a championship? Can I stay healthy? Can I make the all NBA teams? Can I win MVP? Can I win the scoring title? They're thinking about their legacy. How is this going to affect them? And the only way that they can really think and have those goals is for them as the player to stay healthy. The format can help, and that's what we've seen because the NBA has tried to change the format over and over again. But that doesn't mean it's going to create this sense of urgency for the players because there's no stakes involved. USA versus World will probably make the game way more watchable. You'll have more fans watching because of the world aspect. Everyone around the world is going to be watching the world team. Everyone in the USA is going to be rooting for the USA team. And honestly, it just creates that competitive edge. It'll feel more structured, but unless the All-Star game actually means something, it's never really going to feel like that playoff game or, for lack of better terms, a regular game. And maybe that's fine. Maybe the All-Star game is just for fun, but let's not pretend that the format is going to fix the issues with the All-Star game. Make sure you guys drop your thoughts down below. Do you think this new format, USA versus World, will affect the competitiveness of the NBA All-Star game? And if you've already watched the NBA All-Star game this year, 2026, did this format fix it? Thank you guys for watching. If you like NBA content like this one, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.